Hi guys, welcome to my affordable watch collection. My name is Aviv, and today we are taking a look at a beautiful Swiss-made Swedish dive watch, the Tuseno Shellback. And if any other micro brand owner is watching this, you should start taking notes. This is how you make a dive watch. This is a sample watch that was sent to me from the company on loan for review, and I will be returning it once I'm done with it. Tusenö is a young Swedish micro brand that consists of self-proclaimed watch enthusiasts. More than 2 years of development were put into the Shellback. They call it their best model yet, and looking at the other Tusenö I reviewed on the channel, the first 38, I have to say I agree with that claim. While I love the first 38, the Shellback is heaps and bounds ahead of it in any aspect. The Shellback comes in either black or blue, with a date complication at the 6 o'clock position, or without it. Price of this is just under 800 euros, which roughly translates to $870 at the time of recording this review. This price is definitely out of my personal comfort zone on this channel dedicated to affordable watches, so let's see what this kind of money gets you. Starting with the packaging. Inside of this branded cardboard box, you get a nice little travel pod for your watch with a cork exterior and velvet interior. The watch is rested on a cushion, and you also get a microfiber cleaning cloth, a 2 years warranty card, and this little round card with it. Here are the measurements. The width of the case is 39 mm, and the bezel overhangs off of it slightly at almost 40 mm. Its thickness is 13 mm, the distance between the lugs is 20 mm, and the bracelet tapers down to 18 at the clasp. Lug tip to lug tip is 47 mm, and sized up for me, the watch weighs 150 grams. Water resistance is 200 meters, making the Shellback a capable dive watch. Let's take an up-close look at the dial. That gorgeous blue sandwich dial. First thing that grabs your attention is the vertical brushing effect. It is done very well, and it plays beautifully with the light every time you look at the watch. There's a white railroad minute tracker on the edge of the dial that looks very retro, made up of luminescent material and black markings. Each quarter of the hour is marked with a little triangle. The indices are all precisely cut into the dial, with thin frames around each cutout. Oblongs mark the 3, 6 and 9 o'clock positions, a doubled oblong distinguishes the 12, and rather large circles mark all other hours. The bottom layer beneath the dial packs a nice amount of lume. Tusenö and Gothenburg are printed in white under the 12 o'clock marker, the brand's name and city of origin, and Shellback is printed above the 6. It is printed in this specific arched way, so it is visible through the hole in the hour hand when it passes above it. That is pretty cool, and to me shows great attention to details. These apparently are signature Tusenö hands, as they are present on Tusenö's Blackwater dive watch and will probably be on their future models as well. They consist of a pencil-shaped minute hand, a lollipop hour hand with that hole in its center, and an arrow-shaped seconds hand. All three hands are highly polished and faceted, and filled with lume. I think the hands are perfectly sized, with each hand reaching exactly where it's supposed to reach. Before we go to the lume shot, let's take a closer look at the case and the bezel. I'm glad to report that the fine craftsmanship doesn't stop with the dial and hands, it continues with the finishing of the case. The case is made of your industry standard 316L stainless steel, beautifully treated to a mixture of brushed and polished finishes. While the tops of the lugs and the sides of the case are finely brushed, the chamfered edges between them are highly polished. This helps soften the otherwise toolish nature of this watch, and is done extremely well. The lugs do slope down, and that will help the watch wear better on the wrist, especially with that bulky case back that protrudes quite a bit. The screw-down crown found at the 3 o'clock position is rather wide, gnarled for good grip, and signed with Tusenö's star logo. It is also unguarded, which further enhances the retro feel you get when you look at the shellback. The Tusenö star logo makes another appearance on the massive screw-down case back, where it is deeply embossed on a bead-blasted background. Shellback is engraved repeatedly around it, and some of the watch's information is engraved on the polished beveled edge. This includes the fact that the watch is Swiss-made, and that this specific one is a sample piece. The bezel itself is made of stainless steel as well, and has a slim coin edge that, though it is highly polished, provides good enough grip. It houses a fully loomed ceramic dive-time bezel insert, with a loomed pip in the center of the downwards facing triangle marking the 12 o'clock position. This is a 120-click unidirectional bezel that operates very well. The ratcheting is crisp and precise, there's a nice amount of resistance, and absolutely no freedom or backplate to speak of. The only thing is that on this sample piece, it doesn't align perfectly with the dial. It is slightly off to the left. And boom! Feast your eyes on this loom shot. BGW9 Superluminova was used to create this beautiful loom profile. The hands, the indices, the minute track, the bezel markings, and the loom pip all shine in a brilliant blue glow. The loom is thickly and evenly applied and would last for the whole night. Covering the dial is a double-domed and scratch-resistant sapphire crystal with anti-reflective coating applied to its underside for improved visibility. Powering the shellback is a Swiss-made Ronda R150, a high-beat automatic movement that beats at 28,800 beats per hour, has 25 joules, and features both hacking and hand-winding abilities. With both 40 hours of power reserve and a stated accuracy of plus or minus 12 seconds per day, I don't really understand why we are not seeing more of this movement. In any case, this specific watch runs outside of these tolerances at plus 17 seconds per day, according to my tests with the Watch Accuracy Meter app. Being a review piece that has been going around the world changing hands, I am going to give it the benefit of the doubt. The watch comes on a solid end links stainless steel bracelet. It is a very nice bracelet with perfectly articulating links, and that means it is going to be very comfortable as well. The links are flat and brushed on top, and polished on the sides. They are held together with screws, which makes the bracelet easy to size up or down. The end links feature female middle links, which is what I like to see, and also quick release spring bars on the back, which will help you take it off and put it back on again very easily. I said it before and I'll say it again here, more brands need to put quick release spring bars on their bracelets. This makes the life of a strapaholic so much easier. The clasp itself is very nice as well, though it seems as if it's not really related to the bracelet. It has a double pusher security system that operates smoothly and feels secure. It is a fully milled clasp with a brushed finish and the brand's name and logo on top, and a polished finish on the sides, where it also has 3 holes for micro adjustment, and a ratcheting diver's extension that doubles as an on-the-fly adjustment. I find this a very handy thing to have, and it's very easy to use. Tusenö also sent me a couple of Tropic rubber straps to show you guys. These are soft and pliable, and feature quick release spring bars as well, and a robust stainless steel buckle signed on top. These I believe are sold separately on Tusenö's website. Here it is on my 7-inch wrist. I really like this size for a diver. It wears very nice. The bracelet is mostly comfortable, except for maybe the clasp that is poking into my wrist a bit more than I'd like. And it really is gorgeous, isn't it? The dial and hands play beautifully with the light, and it's a real treat every time I look down at my wrist. It is quite a heavy watch though, and that's definitely something to keep in mind. You are not going to forget it's there. Legibility is very good. Everything is bold and easy to read. And that continues when the lights are turned off. Here it is on the two Tropic straps. Both are really comfortable, and I really like how the blue one matches with the watch. The yellow one, not so much, but that's just me. Okay, pros and cons. Pros first. This watch was made for watch enthusiasts by enthusiasts. It basically has everything you want to see: a high-beat automatic movement, an air-coated sapphire crystal, a stainless steel case beautifully finished, a nicely articulating stainless steel bracelet with solid links, solid female end links, quick-release spring bars, and a milled clasp with proper on-the-fly adjustment. 200 meters of water resistance with both a screw-down crown and a screw-down case back that has a nice design on it, a beautifully operating dive time bezel with a ceramic inlay, and that beautiful crisp BGW9 lume. And I almost forgot to mention that beautiful textured sandwich dial. This watch has it all, and they did a fine job with it, and should be a beacon for microbrands to look up to going forward. I would go as far as calling it a solid, more affordable Tudor Black Bay 58 alternative. The only two cons I can complain about are that slight misalignment of the bezel and the clasp being a bit sharp on its underside, which did bother me when I had this watch on for a whole day. Another thing worth mentioning is the presence of a ghost date position. As I've mentioned many times before, I couldn't care less about that, but I know some of you guys are bothered by it, so there you go. And then there's the price. Now, I'm not saying the Shellback isn't worth the asking price of 800 euros, just that it's a bit steep for my own personal budget. And I'm sure some of you guys feel the same. Let me know what you guys think of the Tuseno Shellback by dropping a comment below. I especially want to know if, considering everything you saw in this video, you think it is worth the asking price. You'll find a link to the Shellback on Tuseno's website down in the description of this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my affordable watch collection, and hit the notification bell for more affordable watches related content. You can also follow me on Instagram and get to know me and my collection a little bit better, get all the news about the channel, and connect with me on a more personal level. Here is a quick link to my review of the Tusenö First 38 and to another video you might enjoy. Check one of these out next. I want to thank Tusenö for sending me this watch for review, and to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time.